happening, young fella?
What's going on, Mikey? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. So, you let the camera know, let everybody know what's your name, who you are, and what you do, and all that good stuff.
Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Marc. I'm here today doing an interview with Mikey White. We're talking about our Dreamers Society. I know I kind of mentioned it a few times on Facebook here and there, and I'm not sure if a lot of people understood it, but we basically, I personally do directing, producing, poetry, photography, a little bit of everything, singing. But I wanted to create like a society where artists could actually come together,
Okay.
and actually support each other. Through our society, we actually have a few things: a poetic fashion magazine, an event called the Arts Inspired by Philadelphia. We also have our members portion of our Dream Society, which is called True Believers, and also Dream Lounge, which is our society's newspaper, where we'll connect with a lot of different artists and allow them to be able to post up poetry and artwork and pretty much interviewing them about if they have up and coming events, and people can kind of be there. We can have our own personal news station for dreamers. You look at Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, right? Mm-hmm. What if they actually worked together? Now, of course, in some aspects they did in the beginning, but I mean, imagine the dynamics of if they eliminated that competitiveness and they took their egos out of it, and we actually built something magnificent. Mm-hmm. You would have something probably more grander than what you do now. Mm-hmm. And so, what we're trying to do with our society is basically just to do that, to really allow for a step-by-step of how to get your dream started. Where to start from, where to go, and, for me personally, I don't have all the answers, but I know that if we come together, I know that we can share the best information to help each other to do things the right way, mm-hmm. in an easier way. And that's really the objective behind everything. Is just, my vision for everything is just to look back and to see that we did something that was amazing, and that we made some impact. Through our society and what we're trying to do, we actually made an impact in people's lives.
Right. So, what is not anymore, because you stepped past your fear. Because I was going to ask you, what is your greatest fear? But you no longer have a fear anymore because you overcame it. But what was your fear to actually get this thing started?
My fear was it not being good enough. That was my fear. My fear was it not being good enough. My fear was, me not actually accomplishing it. Once I have something in my mind, I fixate on it. So it's hard for me to sleep. And I was up 3 o'clock in the morning, coming, oh man, we could do this, we could do that, or we could try this, try that. And but once it started to come together, I actually felt better. I felt a lot calmer. I felt more at ease. I felt like, this is going to be cool, and this can help a lot of people, not just in Philly, but all over. And we can actually, instead of just creating this obstacle illusion, we can actually just build something more positive for our society.
All right. So, for just speaking, okay. I wanted to be a director.
Okay.
And I just didn't know how to start. How would your society help me?
Well, I would have to interview you. I would do a basic consultation. Sit down with you and just see, what did you want to do? What direction you want to go in, and showing you angles, showing you how things look, showing you that you are what you learn. When people say that a person like Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or Warren Buffett, or people who just went on and actually created their own path, and they didn't go to school, you still got to learn. Matter of fact, you probably got to learn twice as much as people who go to college.
Gotcha.
Because at the end of the day, you're learning off of hands-on experience. So, as a director, I would actually tell you, don't be afraid to try things. There's no such thing as wrong. You just gotta try it, because if it comes out, then you're gonna be like, yo, that was dope. I didn't even plan that. And majority of stuff that I've done, I never planned. But stuff that I planned, yeah, it came together. But out of 100%, probably about 40% of the time, stuff goes awry, and you just gotta wing it. You gotta go with the flow.
So what have you been working on?
Just past October, we actually had our first movie premiere, which is actually our poetic fashion film, which was The Diary of Erica Simone. Right now, we're working on, this summer actually, we're going to be doing a theatrical flash mob. And
Theatrical flash mob, that's different.
yeah. So basically what we're going to be doing is we'll let you know where we're going to be at. If you're there, you're there. You can, we're going to be putting on a theatrical show incorporating fashion and musicians and artists and everything like that. You can see it real quick. It's a real little 10-minute snippet, and then it's over.
So you're the creator of the Dreamer Society. What is actually the Dreamer Society?
A Dreamer Society is basically based around truly, dreams, where people have ideas, whether they want to go back to school, whether they want to help their family out, raise money for fundraisers, be an artist, be creative, start their own business. What we wanted to do was basically create some basic steps to help them on how to do it. When you go and you say, hey, I want to shoot a film, you don't know the first thing about shooting a film, because you just have the idea that you want to do it. You see it?
Yeah. So speaking of your film, like
Okay.
what was it? What was your first steps when you decided that you wanted to do your film, Erica? What's the Diary of Erica Simone?
Yeah.
Like, what was your fears? Like, what was your
Well, my first fear is I was broke. Okay, that was my first fear. So I was like, I was broke. I gotta maintain a job. I gotta do what I gotta do, to get this to happen. And then, once I had to find out, how much the cameras cost and the lights and renting the spaces out and just, paying for people and just all types of stuff. It was a lot to try to put together. But I mean, once you have a vision in mind, you just got to go after it. I mean, the night before I had an anxiety attack. I always do. Every night before anything, I was like, oh my God, am I going to do this? Can I really do it? And I just was like, you know what? Like, forget it. Let's just go for it. Let's just do it. Whatever happens, like, you know what I mean? Like, it'll all work out in the universe. Everything will work out. So,
So what? So you did a film. You've been doing theater productions.
Right.
So you've been making things happen. Writing books, you being an author, being a director, being an actor. Like, what is your goal to really accomplish? What is your main goal to accomplish?
I actually want to do something different. And I want to have it where people can build their dreams off of each other, and actually help each other. We spend so much time competing against each other. If you're a filmmaker, I gotta outdo you. If you're a fashion designer, I gotta outdo you. We spend too much time trying to compete, when at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing. We can actually strive off of each other.
So, what's your next project that you're doing, man? Another film, or because from a whole lot of people are like, yo, what's going on? Like, they saw The Diary of Erica Simone, they loved it. So, you got another book coming up? You got another play coming up? You got another movie coming up? Let them know what you got going on.
Yeah, so right now I'm actually in the process. I'm editing our two up and coming magazines. One is called was actually a previous production that we had put on called Love's Crush. And now we're actually going to be releasing the publication for The Diary of Erica Simone. So it's going to be a poetic fashion magazine, which is incorporating like art and fashion and a whole storyline of the actual story, and it's going to be pretty cool. After that, we're actually going to be looking to, like I said, we're going to be doing a theatrical flash mob. And then from there, I'm looking to, just pretty much look to collaborate with a lot of artists, a lot of people, build this society up, so that way we can actually take this, to different spaces. I think as a performer, I find that there's a lot of people out there like me and you who are like, we got ideas, we want to put on a production, but we can't because we can't afford it. And so, my goal now is to really look for theaters that will allow me to be able to rent it out for the week and allow people to put on their productions for free.
That's good stuff.
So, our goals are really, positive. But after that, I think I want to shoot another movie. Yeah.
So what do you think about the theory of what people are saying? Like, just saying you're a millionaire, and I'm trying to get started, and I'm asking you to give me money, but you give me your advice versus money. What do you feel about? Because they say you can give a man a fish and he'll eat, but if you teach a man how to fish and catch his own fish, he'll know how to catch his fish and he'll be able to show other people, blah 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 blah. So saying all that, what advice could you give somebody that's not willing to do something for themselves that they asking somebody else to do?
That's a good question. I mean, I would say that when it comes down to getting advice, my best advice came from the people that I probably never even thought it would come from. But the thing that I like about what we're trying to do is that we actually help you. We help you. We give you good advice. We keep you motivated. But at the end of the day, it's like, you still need money to do anything. Live, breathe. You know what I mean? Take care of your family. You need money to do anything in life. And so, one of the things that we're trying to focus on is that I want to pave an easier way for people to build whatever they're trying to do. No excuses. And a lot of times we make excuses for ourselves because we don't have the funding. We don't have this. We don't have that. No, there's no excuses. We'll make sure you have access to these things. Now, if you choose not to do it, that's something that it just wasn't in your heart that you really wanted to do this. So, the only obstacle will be left at the end of the day will be the person.
Yeah. And nice point that you said. So that's just saying a whole lot of people are becoming directors because they're inspired.
Right.
Being inspired doesn't necessarily mean that was what you were born to do.
Right.
So when you find out what you were born to do, you're really not living. You're just doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
It's like not living. I might rephrase that. You're
existing. You're existing. Yeah.
You're existing before you find your purpose.
Right.
And a whole lot of people, they are doing what they was inspired to do. Oh, I want to be a singer because I saw somebody make X amount of dollars being a singer.
Right.
But when it's for your purpose, even if no one support, you'll keep pushing because it's who you are.
Right.
And money motivates people when it's not their purpose.
Right.
So even when you're not getting paid, and if you're putting money out and you're not getting paid on the back end, you're doing it because that's your purpose. And if it's not your purpose, you'll only do it for money.
Right. Yeah.
That's
true.
crazy.
It's true.
So your society is showing people how to make money, how to get backing, how to enhance them being a dreamer.
Right.
And just pushing them.
Right.
All right. So your next step. So how would they sign up?
Basically, we'll be able to go to our website, or they can just email us, and pretty much we have them fill out some few questions, and we set up their dream life.
Could you tell you live as well? So could you tell them?
Oh yeah, my email is the name of our website is avantgardeofart.com, and the name of our
You probably need to spell it out because some people can't.
Oh, sorry. AVANTGARDEOFART.com.